Okay, you guys, today's work is mostly going to be done in the formative, but I want to do a couple examples of simplifying expressions and solving equations for you guys, just so you have a little grip on what's happening today. So, I forgot to write the directions for this one, but this is a simplify. We are going to simplify this expression. We can't really get like an x equals something for it, because there's no x, there's no equals. Our whole job is just to make things simpler. So the first thing my brain sees is inside this parentheses, there's a 2 plus 6, which is 8. So then if I rewrite this, this becomes 5 minus 8. And if you have 5 take away 8, that is negative 3. So that would be your answer. This next one. You should always do things in PEMDAS order. So the first thing, I realize parentheses is the first one, but really inside the parentheses, there's nothing going on. So then the next one would be multiplication division. So I see multiplication happening here between these two, and that's it. So I'm just going to simplify that. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Then I'll just rewrite the rest of the equation. Plus 8. 6 plus negative 1. Now it's all addition and subtraction. So we're actually going to do 2 steps at once. We're going to simplify the top, negative 3 plus 8, and the bottom, 6 plus negative 1, which 6 plus negative 1 is just the same thing as 6 minus 1. So negative 3 plus 8 is a positive 5, and then the bottom is also a 5. Then we can do the final division of 5 divided by 5 and get 1. Next up, we have an actual equation we need to solve. So this is where you can do your do-undo table, or you can just kind of play the opposite game. I tend to think of algebra in terms of little chunks. So when I look at this, I see 1, 2, 3 chunks of algebra. I need to get the m by itself. So I kind of have to start undoing why it's not by itself on that side. So the first thing, like a lot of people will see this times 4 and think that they need to divide by 4, which I guess with this problem you could. But instead of doing that, I'm actually going to take care of this plus 4 right here. And the way you would do that is you would subtract 4 from both sides and get 76 is equal to negative 4m. Then to undo the multiplication between the 4 and the m right here, you would divide both sides by negative 4. And then 76 divided by negative 4 is, of course, negative 19. And then m is by itself. It's solved. You're done. Next up, 15 equals x over 2 minus 8. We're going to solve this as well. When I look at this, I see 3 algebra chunks. Here's a chunk, here's a chunk, here's a chunk. To get, first we would want to get this minus 8 to the other side. You should always kind of take care of the addition, subtraction stuff before you deal with the multiplication, division stuff. It's sort of like going in reverse PEMDAS order when you're playing this whole opposite game of getting things by itself. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides and get 23 is equal to x over 2. Now there's no more addition subtraction that I need to resolve. All we have to do is undo the division right here. And we can do that by multiplying both sides by 2. So we get 46 is equal to x. Last problem. Oh boy, look at all this. Okay, here we do need to simplify some multiplication stuff before we start dealing with the addition subtraction. So this negative 3 on the outside needs to get distributed to the 2 and to the negative 5k. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 3 times negative 5k. You multiply the negative 3 and the negative 5 to get plus 15k, and this is still all equal to 39. Then you would want to move this minus 6 to the other side. So plus 6 plus 6. It's called getting your like terms together. So 15k equals 45. Then get rid of the multiply by 15 by dividing by 15. And get k is equal to 3. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you. I'll help you guys with the warmative. Hit me up in the DMs in the chat.